name is Bathabile Mpofu. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called Nkazimulo Applied Sciences. At Nkazimulo Applied Sciences, we help young people become confident scientists. And we do that by providing science equipment. There's a kit called ChemStart that I developed so that young people can be hands-on with science concepts, that they can have these science concepts come to life, and therefore they are better able to understand them, and they become confident scientists. The problem we are addressing is the fact that a lot of schools do not have science labs. So a lot of learners that do science subjects find themselves where they are at a university and they have not done a single science experiment. And that experience for them it's very overwhelming, because they are expected to be knowing a certain level of the practical component of science, and so they struggle with that. And so we developed this kit so that these young people are exposed, they get an opportunity to do science experiments to prepare them for tertiary education. So our portable kits start from grade 4 all the way to matric, because we find that it is important that young people get exposed to doing science experiments at a young level. And of course, at high school, they are expected they do science subjects and they are expected to do science experiments. So it covers from grade 4 all the way to matric. So one of the challenges that we've had to overcome is our portable kits. So sometimes we sell the kits to parents so that the parents can buy the kits for their children. But then the parents have not had a previous exposure to just doing science experiments. And so they're afraid each time they see chemicals or anything like that. They're just imagining that there would be an explosion. They are imagining just hazard. And so we've had to educate parents to make them understand that not all chemicals are explosive, and it's just the importance of having their kids do science experiments. The items that you will find in our kit is, of course, the chemicals. There's liquid chemicals, there's solid chemicals. And then you will find an instruction manual on how to perform the science experiments, and if there's any warnings that you have to consider when it comes to the chemicals, especially the chemicals that have very strong vapors. Then in the instruction manual, it will say perform the science experiment outside, for example. And then you will also find glassware, so basic apparatus that you find in the lab, like test tubes, measuring cylinders, spatulas, things like that. And most importantly, you will find safety glasses, because according to laboratory regulation, when you do science experiments, you have to wear safety glasses. So that is also included in the science kits. A way that we helped parents overcome their fear is we started a YouTube channel called Nkazi Sciences, where we make videos of the science experiments so that the child can watch the science experiment on YouTube and then have more confidence of performing the science experiment. But also at the same time, just overcoming the fear of what's going to happen if I mix this and that. So the level of anticipation of what's going to happen, and then seeing the experiment on video, helps overcome the fear for both the child actually and the parent. One of the lessons that I've learned in my journey is that I am the best person to try and address the problem, because I experienced the problem, and I know how the problem impacted me. So I'm better able to understand the problem and better able to come up with a solution that addresses the problem. And another lesson with that is, obviously it's a big problem that I'm trying to address, and there is just no way that I can address it on my own. And so one thing that I've identified is just finding the right people that believe in my vision, that understand my problem, to help me in different ways, to help me overcome the challenges that I find along the way, and to be able to succeed in what I do. So some of these partners, if I may call them, it's just companies in the science space that obviously they are looking for confident and well-equipped young people that will eventually work in their companies. So those have been great partners for me. But also organizations that help entrepreneurs in the journey, because for a person like myself, I had not been an entrepreneur before, so I do need the support of other companies or other organizations that look after entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurship is actually not an easy journey, so having those people that walk with you, that just support you as an individual, and they try to develop you like professionally, I found those to have been very helpful, because it's definitely not a journey that I could have walked on my own. Okay, so where I see myself and the innovation in 5 years, I suppose copying what other great innovators have done. Some innovator said at a certain point each and every house will have a computer in their house. So my mind is also, at some point there will be, each and every child will have an opportunity to do science experiments by having a kit in their own home and watching the video like I mentioned and doing the science experiment. And then if later on they make a decision not to pursue a science career, at least it comes from an informed position, as opposed to just being afraid and just running away from a science subject because they don't know what it is they're dealing with. So my vision is that at some point, each and every child will have that opportunity to make that decision by doing science experiments themselves. My advice to other innovators is that, what I myself have observed is that there are so many people in this country that are looking for innovators to support, whether financially and like non-financial means. There's so many organizations that are out there to find these innovators and assist them. But I don't think there's enough of them. So if anyone is aspiring to become an innovator, they mustn't be afraid. They must overcome the personal barrier that stops them from starting, because support is out there for people to develop their innovations and commercialize them. Nkazimulo is located in New Germany. You can come and see our business. You can visit our business there. Our telephone number is 031-705-2123. And on email, we are at info@nkazisciences.co.za, and our website is nkazisciences.co.za. The business has been operating for 6 years, and the reason why we are here is because of the support of the many different people. So I just would like to say thank you for the support that we've received so far, and thank you for the people that have helped grow our business. And I also especially would like to thank the parents that have allowed their kids to use our kits. So together we are achieving by purpose.